All right. Check mic 1 2. This thing going. Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back to my sports corner. It's been a little minute. As you can see, I have a different setup here. Just finished. Well, I'm actually going through unpacking my stuff as I move into a new crib right now. So, you know, don't mind all the clutter in the background, but I wanted to talk about the Eagles and the Phillies. We haven't talked about sports in a minute, and you have the NFL draft coming up. So let's go ahead and get into it. Before I go ahead and talk about that, like, subscribe, leave a comment. It helps with the algorithm on YouTube. And let's talk about the Eagles, man. Today, obviously, if you haven't heard or you've been living under a rock, AJ Brown got his car stolen in Philadelphia. It's like, come on, bro. People of Philadelphia, tri-state area. We just won the Super Bowl. Can we do better? I'm not saying that you should be hijacking cars, but can you take somebody else's car? Not AJ Brown's. But yeah, so he put out an APB for his car this morning, and he was like, "Listen, man, we know where you're at. You know, I'm on that time. So if you turn the car in, I'm not going to press charges, and we don't have to make a big deal about this." So he took to social media. He said, "Just bring the whip back, bro, and I won't press charges. But if I find you, it's going to be what it's going to be." So his car was stolen, I believe, Sunday night, and the theft, his alarm went off, or he got an alert. And listen, he was like, "Yo, you smooth with it though. You pulled up at 342. You fast on your feet. I'm gonna show you how fast I can be." And they ended up finding dude out in Camden. So they tracked the car. It was in Haddonfield, and it eventually ended up in Camden. And they tracked dude down. So at least he got his car back, and nothing serious happened to it. They ended up tracking this guy, 25-year-old Luis Cigar, and this genius ended up parking the vehicle just feet away from where the Camden County police officers were already stationed to monitor a local construction site. And they were already notified to be on lookout for the vehicle, so turn to the right, the car is there. So they found him pretty quick. But it was just an interesting story leading into this draft week, and all the rumors beyond this concerning AJ Brown, with possibly having the Eagles move up in the draft, because the rumor is that the Eagles are looking for a pass rusher. Obviously, you lost Josh Sweat in the offseason. You lost Milton Williams in the offseason as well. So Milton Williams goes to the Patriots. Josh Sweat, not sure where he went to, but he got his money. And now you're in the market for a defensive end. Now, I think they signed an outside linebacker. I forgot what his name was, who they signed him from, but it's a nice insurance policy so that you don't have to go overboard and be desperate trying to move up the draft board in the draft on Thursday. But it's the word is that they're very interested in Abdullah Carter, and you would have to move up in the draft for him. So there's been a lot of rumors floating around that AJ Brown may be on the trading block. He's quite fond of the Patriots. I don't know if he grew up as a fan, or if he had family there, or whatever the case may be. But the rumor was that the Patriots may have been interested in AJ Brown, and the Eagles might have wanted to be aggressive and move up in the draft. I don't see that happening. I think Adam Schefter came out and kind of kiboshed the idea that the Eagles were even entertaining trading AJ Brown. But I think that the Eagles are in the market for a pass rusher. And another one to consider at the end of round one would be, I can't pronounce his first name, so I'm not going to butcher it, Oladejo from UCLA. Pretty good edge rusher. I like what I saw on film. I like the explosiveness. Seems to play the run pretty well. I haven't looked. Well, he does his job in the run. I haven't looked at enough film to have a consensus on that, but he looks like he's solid setting the edge. He can really beat people with his first step. I want to see what his strength looks like in the one-on-ones. I don't know what he looked like at the Senior Bowl if he went there, but certainly another option. The San Francisco 49ers have also been rumored to be interested in him near the end of the first round, going into the beginning of the second round. So those are two guys on the radar. There's another guy, either from Texas University or Texas A&M, that seem pretty good, and two other edge rushers. So I think they'll be in the market to get one of these guys and maybe move up a few slots in the first round if need be, if they see an edge rusher that they really like. But I don't foresee AJ Brown going anywhere. I hope he doesn't go anywhere. Even though the salary is going to be a little bit higher going into the 2027 season, I think that this is a good window to have him and Smitty and the rest of the guys on his offense to really take advantage of what we're building here. They can really run this thing back. So hopefully they're able to keep everything intact and bring a young edge rusher in here, or maybe even trade for a veteran if need be. Which leads me into the next part of my report, which would be talking about Cam Jurgens and the deal he just got. So solidifying that offensive line. That's huge, man, because you have one of the, if not, I think the best offensive line in all of football. And now you lock down another key cog by giving Cam Jurgens a big deal, and he deserved it. He earned it. You saw what he did going into that NFC Championship game. Back all jacked up. Came in and played. Landon Dickerson stepped in for Cam Jurgens, and he ended up messing up his knee, and Cam Jurgens had to come in and play the rest of the game, and he put his health on the line, and then played in the Super Bowl and did a very, very good job in the Super Bowl, and he earned that contract, 4-year contract extension, paying him $68 million with $39.4 million guaranteed. Congratulations, very happy for him. And Cam Jurgens said it feels kind of surreal. And he said, I've been playing for as long as I can remember, and getting to a point like this is life changing. It's just crazy. So this deal is going to keep him here until 2029, hopefully. And he became the latest offensive lineman to get an extension in these past two off seasons. So he got a deal. Jordan Mailata got a deal, I believe, last year. And Landon Dickerson also got a deal last year as well, I believe. So they're both, or at least Landon Dickerson is here through 2028, and I think Mailata is as well. And Lane Johnson just got a contract extension earlier this offseason. So everybody is solidified on that line. And now all you're doing is filling in that spot at right guard, which they have guys. You have Tyler Steen. You have uh, Keegan. Keegan from, I believe, University of Michigan. So you have guys ready to step in at right guard. Salute to Mekhi Becton for the job he did and helping us win the Super Bowl and then going off and getting this money. He earned it, man. Salute to you, bro. But great job by Howie Roseman for not only giving Cam Jurgens that money because he earned it, but also reinforcing the notion that, if you play hard for us, you put your body on the line, we're going to reward you. That's what we do over here in Philadelphia. And that is such a strong and powerful message that you don't find everywhere else. And that's why we don't have a team of mercenaries. And even when there are mercenaries that come in to play for us, they often want to stay. They often don't want to go. Now, they may end up leaving to get more money, but they end up enjoying their stay enough to at least consider saying, you know what, they take care of their players. Let me play on a 1-year deal. And if I play well enough and they want me to stay, I'd be happy to be here. And the respect is mutual. So Howie Roseman, the way he's moving, in addition to how he's spending the money, is why this team is so successful and why we have a core that is ready to go for a Super Bowl run for about, I say, the next 3 to 4 years. So great job with the Eagles. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you like the moves? What do you think about the situation with AJ Brown? Do you like the way he handled it? Me personally, look, I know that you got your car stolen. Is you feeling some type of way, but I'm just happy the situation didn't turn out bad or anything like that. I just, be mindful of who you are, where you're at, even though as a man you got to protect yours and what's important to you, and command that respect so that people not trying to, walk all over you. But at the same time, stay safe, be smart, because you have a lot to you have a lot to consider. Family, your career, the way people embrace you around here, and let's watch out for our own, man. If people are messing with those like some of the Eagles players that have really put their well being on the line to win games for us, win a championship, and bring the city together. Watch out for those guys. So that's what I have to say about that. I want to segue over to the Phillies because the Phillies have been a roller coaster ride already through the month of April. We are barely through the first month of baseball, and we've had so much good but so much bad at the same time. Now, the hitting, I don't really have many complaints about that for the most part. But, but the pitching leaves a lot to be desired. The starters, no issue. That bullpen, that is concerning, Mike. That is concerning. So I mean, you look at this lineup, right? They're playing the Mets now. Lindor got a home run in the game already. I mean, he just likes hitting against our pitching for whatever reason. Lindor's a real one, but you look at this lineup tonight. The starting lineup is Bryson Stott, Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber in the fourth spot, Nick Castellanos, Max Kepler, JT Realmuto, Alec Bohm, and Johan Rojas. Now you look at the on base percentage for this team. We get on base. I believe we're top five in OBP, which is pretty damn good. Unless you know that they are getting on base. They don't have as many strikeouts as they had last year. They're playing more discipline. But you look at that lineup. Bryson Stott hitting 288, getting on base at a 35.4% clip. And the OPS 765, good. Not nothing crazy, but good. Solid. And then you have Trey Turner, not really hitting that well, but still getting on base. And he's stealing bags. He has 6 steals so far this year. And then you have Bryce Harper, 910 OPS, really good OPS, like a great OPS. Getting on base at a 404 clip, like he's on base, but he's not getting as many good pitches as he should because I don't know. I have to look into that more. But then you look at Kyle Schwarber. Kyle Schwarber getting on base at a 424 clip. He's tearing the cover off the ball. So I mean, you look at him and Bryce. Schwarber has 7 home runs. Bryce has 5. Castellanos has 3, and then that's pretty much it. So the hitting is not really the issue. I mean, even with Castellanos, 857 OPS, really really good OPS. On base percentage of 364. He's getting on base. The only people that are really kind of dragging down this lineup are Max Kepler, not giving us what we needed so far. He's getting on base at a 308 clip. OPS under 700, not good. Realmuto sluggish right now, not getting on base at a high clip. OPS at 654. Alec Bohm playing horrendous. OPS at 472. That's just really really bad. On base percentage of 211. Like you're just he is flustered, and he's gonna have to do some self reflecting, excuse me, and really look in the mirror and re-examine what he's doing at the plate, re-examine his whole approach, and really make the adjustments he needs, because whether it's here or somewhere else, you can't keep continuing on like this. And then you have Rojas, who I need to see a higher sample size, because though he's been inconsistent, he is clearly playing better than Brandon Marsh, who is on the IL right now with that knee tweak, and his OPS was 387. I mean, it's just not good, not good at all. Batting average of 0.095, just for context. So they have some weak spots later down the lineup, but they are putting up a fair amount of runs. They're getting on base. Their pitching is really, really good, especially at the top with Zach Wheeler, uh, Luzardo, and then Chris Sanchez. It's a nice big three in the rotation. But Aaron Nola, he is not playing well this year. His WHIP, which would be walks and hits per innings pitched, 166 is really bad. He's given up home runs early on in these games, and then obviously, and then Taiwan Walker, he's playing good right now, but that's not somebody historically that I've had a whole lot of confidence in. So, but really, it's that bullpen. If you can get if you can get to Jose Alvarado, I think you're good. But it's getting to him that's the problem. It's getting to him that's the problem. And that Marlins game at the end of that series yesterday, they had a chance to sweep the Marlins, and then they let them come out and just tear the cover off the ball against the bullpen. It's like they have such a low payroll, and they're able to come in and do what they were able to do to that bullpen. That's unacceptable. I don't know about y'all, but that's just me, the way I see it. Looking at the comments, what's going on, Mark? I talked about the Eagles in the first segment. You know, the AJ Brown situation with the car, the trade rumors, as well as Cam Jurgens getting his new deal, getting that extension. And then I flipped over to the Phillies, and I was talking about the hitting, the things I liked, especially with the 1 through 5 guys in the lineup. But Max Kepler, Alec Bohm, JT Realmuto right now sluggish. And then the pitching's good, but that bullpen, man, they're going to have to, in my opinion, make some moves. And from my vantage point, they did not do enough to add to this team to push them over the hump. I don't know what the reasoning or rationale was for that, but there are clear deficiencies in this bullpen that if they don't get addressed, it will be the downfall of this team. I mean, I'm going to look at the roster right now and look at some of these people on the pitching side of things. Wheeler, lights out, .99 WHIP. Um, he's getting 11.8 strikeouts per 9 innings. That's otherworldly. Like I don't know if you can get much better than that. Luzardo, 10.7 strikeouts per 9 innings. 208 ERA, 1.09 WHIP, great WHIP. Chris Sanchez, 1.15 WHIP, phenomenal. Taiwan Walker, though I'm not confident that he'll keep this up, 1.17 WHIP. That's respectable to very good, and a very low ERA, 2.29. It's Aaron Nola that has really been the disappointment so far this season. And then you look at this bullpen outside of Matt Strom, Jose Alvarado, Jordan Romano, excuse me. What are you going to do about him? What are you going to do about him? Jose Ruiz. He's okay, but that's not somebody I would be depending on. The fact that Romano, Ruiz, Carlos Hernandez, they have 7 innings apiece, that's concerning to me. Tanner Banks, I think they left him in a little too long the other game, but he's solid. I like Kirkering. Like I said, Strom's good, but like those other three, Ruiz, Romano, and Hernandez, you're gonna have to do something about them boys, man. Like you cannot keep rolling them out every few days and think you're gonna get by with that. Think you're gonna make it to give the ball to Jose Alvarado. You're not even gonna get to that point. You don't want to be in a spot where you're relying on your starting pitchers to go 7 or 8 innings just so you can avoid bringing in a bullpen arm. Like if Kirkering or Matt Strom are tired from the day before, you're kind of assed out. You can't go to that bullpen. So what do they do at the trade line deadline? Let me know what you would do and what you think. That's it for this episode. I'm going to go deeper into talking about the Eagles draft picks as we approach Thursday with the NFL draft. And then I'll be dropping a video related to boxing because Turkey Al Sheikh, they are pushing to get the Muhammad Ali Act either removed or revised, which concerns me regarding whether they're trying to get a monopoly on boxing and put the boxers in a position where they can't negotiate the best deals for the amount of risk that they're putting on the line with each fight. So that is concerning to me, despite all the good that Turkey Al-Sheikh has done. You have to worry about what that means for the sport of boxing. But that's it for this episode. Let me know what y'all think, and I hope that you guys are staying safe, being blessed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.